Welcome back, guys. This is the 1-year follow-up on the M18 fuel Milwaukee mower. I use this about 5 times a week on half-acre yards. So this thing has, realistically, if this was just a homeowner for residential, this thing's seen years, probably 5 years of use already. All right, so let's go over some of the pros and cons. First thing that I noticed I do like about this is it is set up like the Toro personal pace, where you can adjust the speed up here, but you can also adjust the max speed right here. And it does come in handy if you're doing smaller yards. You want your speed set a little slower, obviously. Not a little ant. And when I'm in the wide open yards, I can get it pretty much up to 5 and walk comfortably. So this I found is pretty much useless unless you're sucking up leaves. And what this does is this, if you hold it down, it will speed up the mower, and it'll use the batteries a lot quicker. And I really didn't know. I thought I'd get a better cut. I really don't notice the difference in the ability to cut, but I do notice if you're trying to suck up stuff, that's when it comes in handy. So when you run it on the low mode that it just stock runs on, it will speed up if it starts bogging down. So that's why I say it's not necessary. There was a yard, it's about a half acre, that I'd find myself having to charge the batteries about twice to do. And now, when I leave that alone, I can get that whole yard done on one charge and then some. So it's, as I said, it's up to you guys what you want to do. If you have a small yard and you got really thick grass, by all means, crank it up. But I do notice I get about 45 minutes of run time on the 12s, and I do improvise a bit. And these are 5s. I can get probably 15 to 20 minutes out of those. There's plenty of yards where they're just a little bit bigger, and you need that extra 5-10 minutes to finish, so I bring an extra set of batteries. As I said, I've been doing about 5 yards a week. 4 out of those 5 are half-acre yards, and it's holding up good. The problems that I am having with it is I've started to notice the left rear wheel is clicking, and it's kind of hard to hear on the video, but I can hear it when I have my headphones on, and it's just, I don't know if there's some grass trimmings caught up in there, or maybe because I dropped it out of the truck. But I figure if there's something wrong with that, it's probably user error. I know I've dropped it out of the bed of the truck once, and that definitely could have added to some of the issues. This so far, you saw that. As I use it so far, it's starting to get a little bit loose, and I think all it is that spring-loaded mechanism down there, and it might be able to be adjusted. It could just be wearing in. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with this, and you know, I really didn't anticipate it actually lasting as long as it did. I mostly did this because I like Milwaukee, and I was really curious to see what the mower could do. I really do like the fact that you can adjust the height so easily with one setting. It bags excellently. Just did my yard with it a little bit ago, and I do notice with the Milwaukee blade that's on there, it's not the mower's fault, but it definitely sometimes leaves little ruffled areas. And I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that, little ruffled areas. And I think it's just the blade itself. I took the blade off, I sharpened the crap out of it. It did help some, but like on my Honda mower, it has a pitched blade, and that seems to pull the grass up a little better to create that vacuum and cut the grass a little better. So I'm wondering if there's not a gator blade or something out there that's compatible for this mower. Let me pull these batteries out. I'm gonna flip it over and show you what I mean here. So this is a flat, very flat blade, and so it's got a unique bolting pattern there. So it's got like a different shape than most blades have. So I'm sure they make an aftermarket with like a recycler mulcher blade, which would definitely enhance this mower quite a bit. Not sure what it would do to the battery life, but yeah, I'm happy with it. As I said, I use it for about an hour a day, and so far I'm not having any issues. This is like the one that came out. This is Honda, and I find these mowers to be very similar. So this is the gas-powered Honda, and it has the same style drive. There's days where it's super hot and I've got to do 2 or 3 yards in a day, so I'll let this one sit it out. But I've probably mowed, I don't know, 50, 60 times with this thing already. So it's a couple of years of homeowner use on it. It's done well. And I don't know what else to tell you other than if you want to spend $1,000 and get a good mower, I'd do it. So thanks for watching, y'all.